Parity is an interesting thing, in the human mindset, man. It kind of goes ebbs and flows because a lot of people say they want it until it happens and they kind of get bored of it because nobody stands out when you have parity. It's kind of all the same shit. NFL the past couple of years, the ratings have got really high. Now, could it be because the Kansas City Chiefs winning back-to-back championships and people want to see them lose? Like next year's NFL ratings, I'm sure a lot of people are going to tune in to watch the Kansas City Chiefs, stuff like that, just to see them lose. They want to see that greatness fall. But again, they're watching the greatness. They still care about it. If you have too much parity, you don't have nobody stand out, kind of like you do in today's NASCAR. Nobody cares. If all these drivers win different races and all that stuff, it's great in the moment, I guess. Oh, man, you see Dennis Suarez win a race. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you see Chris Buescher win a race. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you see fucking, I don't know, who won a race last year? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wins the Daytona 500 last year. Oh, that's cool. It doesn't drive the ratings. It doesn't get nobody interested in the sport more, let's say, than if a Chase Elliott won 4 or 5 races, 6 races, 7 races. Kyle Larson, 2021, dominated the season. There wasn't a whole lot of parity that year, but, you had a lot of people tune in because they wanted to see if Kyle Larson was going to get the job done, continue that greatness, stuff like that. So, for NASCAR's sake, I agree with Cal Petty. I don't think parity is very good. Now, I don't want to see 2 drivers, like, what was it, back in 2020 when Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin won about every fucking race, in the regular season. I don't want to see that. That's a little extreme. But again, I don't want to see fucking Spire. I don't want to see Rick Ware Racing. I don't want to see Stuart Haas Racing. I don't want to see all these. Stuart Haas Racing not a bomb tip, but they've been racing kind of like shit the past couple of years. I don't want to see all those teams win races because the cars are so close. And look, this car's so great because you can have fucking Corey LaJoie win fucking Talladega. I don't think that drives the sport. I think names drive your sport more than anything. If you're not the NFL and you're not plugged into just a team, like Riley is different. Like Riley roots for Roush. It's rare these days in any sport other than football and collegiate sports that you find people that root for just a team instead of the individual. You have in the NBA, you have people root for players over teams. They could care less what the team is. If that player leaves that team, they're not a fan of that team anymore. You had that in racing a lot of these times now, a lot of these days now. Like Bubba Wallace fans, they cheered for the 43 when he raced for the 43. But when he went to 2311, they could give a shit about that 43 car and Eric Jones. They did not care anymore. If Chase Elliott left the 9 car and he went to drive for Denny Hamlin 2311, Chase Elliott fans wouldn't care about that 9 car in Hendrick Motorsports anymore. The guys that would, jump ship and root for Chase Elliott. I wouldn't be one of those people. I'm never going to root for a Toyota. But, it's the way that this world has changed now. It's more about the individual than it is the team, unless you're, like I said, football or collegiate based. Like I said, Riley's different in the fact that he roots for his team no matter if Chase Elliott got in that 6 car tomorrow, he's going to root for Chase Elliott. So whether he likes it or not, he's going to do it. So, I think it's just parity is such a fine line these days because the world has changed from what 10 years ago was. It's become the individual more than it has been about the team. And when you have parity, it affects how people look at that. So, end of the day, parity is not good for NASCAR. I don't want it to be dominated, but you need these superstars to stand out. You need Chase Elliott. You need a Denny Hamlin. You need somebody to hate. You need a hero. You need a villain in any sport. Like Kansas City Chiefs, they're a villain right now, unless you're a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Everybody hates the Chiefs. About everybody hates the Chiefs. Nobody likes Patrick Mahomes. Nobody likes Travis Kelce, all that shit. And you need the hero, whoever you cheer for, a Chase Elliott. You need Kyle Larson, whoever. You need both ends of that spectrum. With parity, you lose a little bit of that if you have all these people winning and you don't have nobody stand out.